Welcome to a new corner of my living room. This is our 33rd virtual class, I think, right? Well, welcome back. I'm happy to have you. Thank you for joining me for a little bit of playful yoga today. We're going to shake it up a little bit today, and we're going to throw in some tabata stuff and just see how we do, right? It's this thing I've been doing, tabata. Diane Rom introduced it to me early on in the quarantine, and it's sort of like high intensity, quick bursts of working out with little breaks in between. And so the one I do is, it's a full body 21-minute one, but you don't really stop very much in between. So I thought we would just do a couple of the little tabata exercises mixed in with our practice today, just to kind of, jazz things up a little. Okay, I've done a lot of yoga today. I taught an adult class this morning, and then I taught a kid class. I don't normally teach back to back like that, so, and kids are hard for me. I'm not so much of a kid person, so that was a little bit trickier. It drained my energy. When I asked them to do Happy Baby, one of them announced that she felt like she was giving birth. And these are like 3rd and 4th graders, so that made me a little uneasy. But they were cute, and I hope they had a good time. I think they had fun. So we're going to get right into it. Unroll your mat. Grab a blanket or towel or something that you can sit up on if you need to at some point. We're just going to start the way we always do. Do some nice deep stretching, and then move through a little bit of a flow with some challenging tabata exercises thrown in, and just see where that takes us today, okay? All right, get your stuff together. Meet me on my mat. I did have time to go to Starbucks in between my classes, though, of course. I picked a new spot in my living room today. I'm not sure why. I just felt like I wanted more room. Oh my gosh, it feels good to sit. I don't normally wear leggings for yoga, but I put them on this morning, and I'm going to walk at some point, and I don't feel like getting a million outfits dirty today, so leggings it is. I also hate the sports bra I'm wearing. It's just a white one. I really like the back. I don't know if you can see the back, but the back is like crisscrossy straps. I really like the back, so I grabbed it this morning. White sports bras are tricky. They're hard to keep super white, and I don't like them once they're not super white. So this one I grabbed thinking, ooh, a nice white sports bra, and then I remembered why it's nice and white. It's nice and white because I don't like it and I never wear it. It's got very molded cups, which sports bras shouldn't have. No bra should have, really. But I think I bought this one thinking I loved the back and assuming I could take the padding out, and you can't. If you try to take it out, you ruin the whole bra. But it's very molded. So all day today when I did lunges or anything, I felt like I was getting in my own way because I feel like I'm cardboard up here. So lots of different things today. New space in my living room, leggings instead of my favorite wide leggy flowy yoga pants, and a bra that I hate. But it's Friday, it's quarantine, it's day 125. Hard to believe. So things could be worse, right? I have a lot to be thankful for. Lay on your backs and get comfy. What is new with you? Talk out loud to me like I'm in the room. What's new? How are you feeling? What's your stress level like right now? What's your anxiety level like right now? What are you feeling in your body? I had, your iliosacral joint is in the back of your hip, kind of deep in your butt tissue, like kind of deep in there. And I think mine gets tight on my right side from time to time, and I'm never quite sure what causes the tightness. But I've also had a little bit of a sciatica issue over the years. And so the other day, I guess last weekend, we go to the beach a lot, and my beach chair is one of those, like, not super low to the ground, but not high. It's like one of those middle ones. And I was kind of sitting in an angled, facing my best friend for a long time the other day. And one of the bars was kind of cutting across the back of my leg. And I thought maybe I had kind of thrown off my sciatic joint, or my piriformis nerve, my sciatic nerve, with the bar cutting across my leg. So I woke up on Monday and I just was like really uncomfortable on this whole side. I went for a walk and that kind of loosened it up. I took some Tylenol. Didn't really do much. So I unrolled my mat. I got down on the floor and I just did some basic, simple forward bends, just to lengthen out from the back of the hip all the way up through my side body and down the back of my leg. And I swear to you, like magic, I felt immediately better, and the next day it was completely gone. So, as much as I know yoga is amazing, yoga was super amazing for me this week, and I'm really grateful. So, talk to me, right? Tell me how you're feeling. Tell me what's going on with your body, and kind of talk yourself through it. It's really surprising to me how it's easy once you establish a regular yoga practice. Once you have some poses in your yoga arsenal, it's really easy sometimes to figure out how to target exactly where you need to target and make something feel better, right? So if you've got some backache, if you've got some low back tightening or crunching or cramping, forward bending, any kind of forward bending always helps. Even just doing a bunch of child's poses. You can sit on your bed and do a bunch of child's poses. My favorite way to do child's pose is on my bed with a pile of clean laundry dumped out on my bed that I'm supposed to be folding. But I put my face and my chest and my arms on the laundry so I'm a little bit elevated, and then my lower body goes into child's pose, and it feels so good. Feels so good. But a tight low back, do a couple child's poses, hold it for a few minutes, and you will feel, if not completely better, you'll feel a whole lot looser, and it'll make a world of difference. But it's kind of easy to think through, even if you don't have a good handle on your anatomy. Just kind of figure out, what can I do to target that area? If you've been doing yoga with me for 32 classes now, right? That would be 8 weeks now. How many? 8 a month so we're at like 4 months straight of virtual yoga. There was someone in my class today, Michelle, who said she's been doing all the virtual yoga classes. If you're new to yoga, but you've been doing virtual yoga with me, I talk a lot of anatomy. I love anatomy. And I like to think that when I put you into a pose, I do so by telling you what the pose is going to do for you anatomically. So just, even if my voice is annoying and I talk way too much and you tune it out a lot, hopefully something resonates. And if you're feeling crummy somewhere, you'll remember something I said, and you'll be able to try to fix yourself a little bit, right? Okay, so you're on your back, arms out. I'm going to come into this with you. On your back, arms out. Oh my gosh, it feels so good just to lie down. Arms out, palms up, knees in. Let's twist them over to the right, left arm out, palm up. And then find your breath. Deep inhaling, deep exhaling in through the nose. So for a pose like this, if you pull your knees in closer to your elbow, the twist is going to go higher up your spine. If you pull your knees down a little, it's going to target more of your low mid back as well as your side body. So if you're having a back issue, you can control how deep you take the twist just by where you put your knees. That's kind of, I don't know. I guess I'm a nerd, but to me, that's really super cool to know. I love knowing things like that. Knees up to center. You have your choice. One hand on each knee and just go wide, or go for the big happy baby and find your movement. And then bring the knees in, arms out, palms up, roll on over. One side is always going to feel different. So when I twist with my legs going to the left, I feel it in a much different place. I feel it more in the back of my hip, like where I was talking about earlier, my iliosacral area, my joint back there, than I do just in my side body or my back. Interesting teaching kids today. They're so in tune with their bodies from sports and cheer and gymnastics that when I said that, a couple of them nodded their heads. They knew exactly what I was talking about. That was pretty impressive to me. I don't think I was that adept at knowing myself when I was in 3rd grade. Okay, knees up to center. I'm going to turn and face you now because we're going to come up into a balance pose. The name when I teach kids is balancing bear. I don't really know the adult. I think it's bow or boat. It's one of the B's. So you're going to come into your happy baby or one hand on each kneecap. Go wide. Find your movement. And then keeping the grip on your toes, you're going to find that sweet spot on your spine. Balance and go out. Straight legs. Press out through the backs of your knees and hold it for just a second or two. Just until you feel like you're going to completely roll over. It's just a fun pose, just a playful pose, that's all. So come on up onto hands and knees. That's one of the things, as much as I am more comfortable teaching adults than kids, when I teach kids, it always reminds me how fun yoga is, right? Start to cat and cow here. Exaggerate your motions, your movements. Up until a couple days ago, I had the prettiest throw rug in this part of my living room, and the dog literally chewed it to pieces. And there was no other direction I could turn it in where you didn't see the giant gaping holes. So we hauled it out to the curb the other day, and some poor person thought they were getting a great find, and they took it, and I'm so sad for them that when they got it home and unrolled it, it was filled with giant holes. Puppies ruin your home. That's all I have to say. They ruin your home. God bless her. I love my girl, but she's a hot mess. Do a couple more. And then we're going to go into our first tabata from here. So you're going to shift your knees back a little. If you can do full push-ups, by all means, you go for it. I can't. I do knees. So we're going to do 4 sets of 20 seconds. I'm going to count in my head, and then I'll count you down for the last 5 seconds of each set. So it's 4 sets of 20 seconds going as hard as you can with a 10-second break in between, okay? So get your hands into position. What the guy on my Tabata video always says is you're trying to get your face to the ground, elbows go out to the side, but you lean forward. So you want to lean out of your knees and have your shoulders be over your wrists. Okay, so first set of 20 seconds, go. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So normally for me, when I count as he's counting us down, I can typically do 20 in the 20 seconds. So that's kind of how I count it down. So now we just hang out for a few seconds. It's not really a break. They're acting like, oh, get a drink, stretch out. It's 10 seconds, it's nothing. All right, ready? 20 more. Go. Your arms start to get tired, your shoulders start to get tired. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So now what we're gonna do is flip onto our backs and do bicycle crunches. Okay, we're gonna do 2 sets of those, 20 seconds each with the 10-second in between. And normally that's the same for me. I can do like 1 crunch every second. So typically I do 20 in the 20 seconds. You may do a whole lot more or a whole lot less, but that's just how I count it down. So get on your back. Your knees come in and you alternate. So your hands go behind your head and you lift up and then you alternate. So the left knee comes in, right elbow crosses over. Right knee in, left elbow crosses over. You don't have to touch. You just have to have the action of trying to touch. Okay? So 20 seconds. Let's go. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh my gosh. We're gonna do one more set like that, and then we'll move into some yoga. But it's kind of fun to play with other stuff, right? All right, get yourself set up. Ready? Go. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh my gosh. Take some deep breaths. If you have a drink nearby, maybe get a drink. And then come back up onto hands and knees with me. Let's go into a wide knee child's pose. Big toes together, knees out to the side, hips back, arms forward. All right, guys, come on up. Spread your fingers. My leggings are creeping down. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Curl your toes under. Let's lift our hips and come on up into dog. Drop your heels. Push the mat away from you so that you create space in the back of your shoulders. And then lift the hips high, but imagine that you're trying to sit them on the wall behind you. Inhale forward into a plank. Engage the core. Bring the hips to the floor. Come right into a high cobra. Let's do that again. So curl the toes under, lift the hips, come on up into dog. Inhale forward into plank. Hips to the floor. High cobra, unclench your butt. And then lower down and windshield wiper your legs. Okay, so from here, let's come into a low lunge, but we're going to come into it from a kneeling. So press back onto hands and knees, step the right foot forward, low lunge. Hands are on the inside of the right foot. Press the outside of the right arm into the inside of the right leg, and then press the leg back into the arm so you have muscular energy going in both directions. Shift your weight forward and let the hips come forward so that you feel this everywhere. The front of the left hip, the front of the left thigh. I'm feeling it in the inside of the right thigh and the right hip. Press back, flex the front foot, pull the toes back towards you, hug your knee to the bone, and then come on forward, step back, wide knee child's pose. Just a good little hip opening sequence. Okay, same thing on the other side. So we're going to step forward with the left foot. Short, low lunge. Adjust this stupid sports bra that I think I'm going to throw out. Fingertips to the floor. Press the outside of the left arm into the inside of the left leg. And then shift the weight forward. Seeing where you feel this. Might be different on this side than it was on the other side. Might be totally the same. And then press back, toes come back, so you get this more in the back of the calf and even in the arch of your foot. And then back onto hands and knees for a quick cat and cow, just a quick movement. Always feels good. I know I say that every single time, but it always feels good. Okay, wide knee child's pose. This time though, instead of walking your hands out in front, I want you to go to the front, and then I want you to walk over to your right. So you get a side body stretch down your right, left side. Come on back to the center. And this time so you're keeping your knees where they are. You're not moving your legs or your hips. You're just lengthening out of the hips through the crown of the head towards the side. This time we're going to go to the left. Back to center. So we're going to throw in 2 more tabata exercises. Mountain climbers, which I actually really like. I'm not sure why I like them, but I like them. And then we'll do 2 sets of those. We'll take our 10 seconds and luxuriate in our 10-second break. And then we'll do 2 sets of squats. And then we're going to hold our dog for 1 minute. That's going to be like our big finale, okay? It's not as long as it sounds. And if you'd rather do a little bit more, you can hold plank instead of dog. I usually go back and forth between the two, so you can do that as well, as long as you stay up for the 1 minute. So mountain climbers, you come up into dog. Some people do plank, I do dog. So you decide which is best for you. Come on up. And then it's very simply just pulling your knee up, 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 up. You can cross them. Usually I do a combination of the two, but I'm going to count us down for the last 5 seconds, but we'll do 20 seconds and then a 10-second break, and then 20 seconds more, okay? So go ahead. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. You have 10 seconds to get a drink and stretch. Totally not enough time, but that's part of keeping your heart rate up. That's part of what Tabata is. Then we're going to come back up into dog. Do the same thing, another 20 seconds of mountain climbers. Ready, go. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, rather than sit, come into a forward bend at the back of your mat. Adjust your clothing if you need to. Drop your head, release your arms. And then come all the way up. So, get your heart going, right? Are you a little bit sweaty? It's good, it's fun, it's challenging. So our last Tabata is squat. I don't know that I do these right, but I feel them. So that to me seems like it's good enough. So I bring my feet as wide as my mat. I guess you could go wider or closer together, whatever feels good. I bring my hands together like this. This is what the guy in the video does. And then I sit back and bring my elbows to my knees. So we're gonna do 20 seconds. I'll count you down for the last 5. 10 seconds off. Same thing again for 20 seconds. Then we're gonna take a 1-minute break into child's pose. And then we're gonna hold our dog or plank for 1 minute. And then we're gonna wind down. Okay, so ready? Go. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then I usually do a quick forward bend here because it feels good. Okay, ready? Next set, last set. Go. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, good job. Hands and knees. Quick cat and cow. I don't know about you guys, but that gets me sweaty. I'm so thankful that my friend Diane told me about Tabata because it's one of those things that has helped to keep me sane over the last 4 or 5 months. Wide knee child's pose. Okay, come on up. You're in the home stretch, you guys. You're headed towards Shavasana. I hope you thought this was fun. This has been fun. This might be my favorite virtual class so far. No, that's not true. We've done a couple that I've loved. But I like this one. This one's going to be high up there. So we're going to hold dog for a minute, okay? But then when I tell you dog is done, don't come right down because we're going to do something real quick after that and then finish up. So dog or plank or a combination of the two for 1 minute. When we get to 5 seconds left, I'll count you down, okay? Come on up and go. Just keep on breathing here. Just remember, find your breath, find a rhythm with your breath, and pay attention to that. Okay, we're in the home stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come into a plank. Drop the hips. Find your high cobra. Unclench your butt. Take a couple deep breaths here. Curl the toes under. Flip your hips up. Downward dog. Walk your hands back to meet your feet. Come into a standing forward bend. Cross the arms. Let the weightiness of your upper body pull you deeper into the bend. Release the arms and then roll up vertebrae by vertebrae until you're standing all the way up. Your head, your chin, last thing to lift up. And then just do a couple neck rolls. Get out those crispy crunches. Fun, right? I don't know, that to me is fun. I hope you had fun. Lay on your backs. Lay on your backs, get comfy. Come up here so we can see each other better. Oh my gosh. All right. Lay on your back. Arms at your side, palms up. And just find your breath, right? Nice deep inhaling and exhaling. Drawing the breath all the way in, down into the low belly. Holding it there for a couple seconds and then slowly letting it trail back up. That was good. That was fun. That felt good. I hope it felt good for you guys. Close your eyes if they're not. Let your mind start to wander, right? With the kids this morning, I suggested they close their eyes and imagine that they were in their happiest place. And for me right now, that would be the beach with my husband and my kids and my best friend and her family and the sun and vegetables and hummus and a cold vitamin water Rise Zero or a Starbucks. That would be my happy place right now. So I suggested to the kids, think about being at the beach. No. Their happy place would be Disney, which is not even my happy place in a non-COVID time. And their reasoning was because it's the happiest place on earth. So obviously, Disney knows what they're doing when it comes to advertising, because this group of third grade girls knew what was up when it came to Disney. So you go to your happiest place. Imagine everything about it. Imagine the scents. Imagine the sounds. Imagine the way the air feels on your skin. Imagine who you're with and what you would be doing. And just let yourself completely get wrapped up in that moment of joy and happiness. Take a couple more nice deep breaths in. Take a second here to thank your body for working hard for you for the last little bit of time that we were together, for maybe being brave enough to try some new stuff, for maybe pushing through a couple things when you felt like you were done 10 seconds ago. Just thank yourself. Thank yourself for showing up and putting in the effort, right? And then when you're ready, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes a little bit. Bring a little bit of life back to your body. Push yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Either roll up or go to your side and push up. And then your hands come to your heart in prayer. Okay, and we're just going to take a big full breath in. Exhale the breath. Inhale. And namaste. Thanks, you guys. That was a super fun time. I hope it was for you. I hope you got something new out of it, and I hope you also got what you needed and that you're feeling better now than you were 40 minutes ago when we started. I appreciate you spending this time with me. I hope you have a great weekend. The weather's supposed to be beautiful. We are going back to the beach because it's too nice to sit in our living room. So I will see you again soon. Take care. Thank you so much.